That is massive. Take a look at that sweet potato. I mean, our purple passion sweet potatoes got long. I don't think I've seen one this long before. That is magnificent. What do we got here? We got 8 really nice sized sweet potatoes. That is what a sweet potato harvest is all about.
Guten Yardening, everybody. The temperatures are dropping here in Zone 5, Wisconsin, and it's time to get started harvesting some of our sweet potato raised beds. So Team Sweet Potato, you're up.
All right, the first thing we do whenever we're harvesting our sweet potatoes is cut these vines back. We only want to leave about 6 or 7 inches of greens above the ground. That'll make it easy for us to identify where the plants are. So I'm going to cut these out, and I'll be right back with you. These vining variety sweet potatoes will spread out like crazy. This vine is probably over 6 feet long. It's as tall as I am for sure. So that's something to keep in mind when you're choosing variety. There are bush and there are vining varieties, and they will take up that space. All right, we've got these greens removed to the point we want to, and I want to explain a few things about this bed. First of all, we've got a food-safe 3mm plastic, a black plastic that we put on top here, and our primary purpose there is to maintain a higher temperature in the bed, to warm it up faster at the beginning of the season and to keep it warmer longer. Remember, we're in Zone 5, Wisconsin, which means we're a little bit farther north than the ideal climate for these sweet potatoes. And what I can tell you is, right now the bed is at about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas our uncovered beds right now are at about 58 degrees. And so we've got a 5 to 7 degree temperature difference. Even though we didn't measure it throughout the season, it seems like at the end point, it's definitely had a benefit. And the other reason why we would have this black plastic is to make sure we try our best to keep the voles and other critters out of here. So we'll see if that worked. The other thing we did with that black plastic to try to insulate the area is we also wrapped the entirety of the exterior of the bed. So we have black plastic outside where the wind would hit at the edges, and we have the black plastic on top. Again, we'll see if that made a difference in overall size, but I think it couldn't have done anything but help. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this plastic as carefully as I can. I had to staple it all along the edges here to keep it up against the sides, but this is basically a template now for this 3x6 bed, so I don't want to waste it. I can definitely reuse it, and so we'll get this detached. It looks like the feathers anyway, almost like a nest was being built. That critter in here. All right, well, we found a vole. We hope he didn't do much damage, but I think that's where the nest was. Look at him right there. These are what we have to keep out of here. And I'm going to gently pull this back so I don't pull up any of the sweet potatoes. Now there are a grand total of 20 sweet potato plants in this bed. 10 of them, these 10 on this half, were planted as traditional slips. The other 10 down here, we planted as transplants, with the goal being that we wanted to see if we could get bigger sweet potatoes from transplants. There's been some research suggesting that. Now these are all Hannah variety, and we're gonna hop right in and see what our first plant is going to offer us. And I'm gonna uncover this gently. Notice I have no fingernails right now. I think that's kind of important when you're harvesting sweet potatoes. You don't want fingernails because these are easy to scratch. Oh, this goes down a good ways. I'm liking this. This is looking good for our first plant. Hannah is a great variety. It's produced really nice sized sweet potatoes for us in the past. It's a standard white variety of sweet potatoes, so the interior of this is a white color. It's nice and sweet. All right, here we go. I'm gonna reach right down in here and I'm gonna loosen the roots. Oh, it goes way down there. Do my best not to break anything. Oh, they're so big. I can feel it. All right, this one came detached. This is our first Hannah sweet potato. First big sweet potato of our little raised bed. Let's see if we can pull the rest of this out without detaching it. Oh, here it coming through. There we go. Take a look at the size of this sweet potato. That is absolutely fantastic. That is a massive sweet potato. Each one of these slips was propagated by us. So everything that's growing in here are second generation Guten Yardening sweet potatoes. This is a great way to start the harvest. When we dig for this kind of treasure, I like to go down as far as I can, sort of get an idea of how big, how massive these sweet potatoes are going to be. Look at this. I've got to be 7 inches down just to get, oh, there, I can feel the end of that one. Let me dig around this side here as well, just to get right in here and pull out this bunch. Nice and gently. Let's see if we can get it to come out without breaking off. Here we go, ready? Coming right out of there. Take a look at these beauties. Fabulous size on here. You'll always get some of these smaller ones. Some of the roots will be smaller, that's no problem, because you're also getting some really great production on here. All right, as I get down in here for this one, I'll tell you, we planted 20 of these in here, and I think we could even go more dense than we did, but we did that because we didn't want to waste space. So 20 plants in 18 square feet, I think that is pretty nice. Yeah, there we go. And again, we're getting great production. You know, just like growing potatoes, the end result, the digging, looking for this treasure, that is the payoff. Well, that and getting to eat them. Let's get down right in here. This one seems to be, oh, this one looks, it's an odd shape. I can feel the outline of this shape. It's a bigger one, I think. Well, this is the digging for treasure part. Oh, it goes way, this is big. Okay, I've almost got, oh, it's huge. It's even bigger than I thought it was. It goes the whole way back here. Okay. There we go. Okay, get right down in here. This is gotta be the longest one. I mean, okay, don't break. This is like surgery. Moving sweet potatoes to bring this sweet potato out. That is massive. Take a look at that sweet potato. I mean, our purple passion sweet potatoes got long. I don't think I've seen one this long before. That is magnificent. Hey, before I uncover this next one, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and leave us a comment down below, especially if you're on Team Sweet Potato. And give us a like, because that really helps us with the YouTube algorithm so we can get these kinds of harvests out to more people. All right, let's see what's underneath this particular hill. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Uncovering some really nice roots in here, huh? These sweet potatoes digging way down in there. Look at that. Oh, I absolutely love this. I can keep digging. And nice, another benefit of these raised beds, it's easy for me to dig down with my hand. Look at that. I'm probably 10 inches down there, 12 inches, just now, right to the edge of these. Oh yeah, some nice size. All right, I'm gonna come back up here and see how many we've got. Look at that. All right, let's see if I did a good job loosening this up. Here we go, pulling out the entire bunch all at once. Take a look at that. Oh, that is perfection right there. Massive sweet potatoes. Look at that one sweet potato slip. Amazing. What do we got here? We got 8 really nice sized sweet potatoes. That is what a sweet potato harvest is all about. Take a look at this. Right up here by my happy face right there. That is fantastic. That is what we want. This one may not have a ton, but the one it does have, let's loosen it. Oh no, I can't even do that yet. It goes farther back. That's why. Gotta make sure we don't break, oh, there it is. We don't wanna break any of these. Hey, not too bad. I haven't broken a single sweet potato so far. You ready for this? You ready to see the size on this Hannah sweet potato? You know what? No, I'm gonna cut this off. I really don't want to snap it. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Take a look at that. This is huge. These are amazing sweet potatoes coming out of here. All right, we have 2 of our sweet potato slips left to harvest, just the ones that were planted as slips. Remember, the rest after these next 2 were planted as transplants, and we'll see if there's a difference. But I'll tell you this, if it even compares to the ones we have right here, we're going to be very much content. Hey, if you're harvesting and you're noticing you're getting a lot of these, what we call our sweet potato fries, don't get rid of them. They're delicious. All you have to do, you don't even have to peel them if you don't want to, but all you have to do is put them in the oven and roast them for about 20 minutes at 425, and they are magnificent. What do you think I have in my hand down here? I'm digging way down. Let's see what we got. We've got great sized sweet potatoes, what we got. Wow. Team Sweet Potato, you are having a fantastic day. Well, so far this has been a magnificent harvest, in my opinion, and I think it goes uphill from here. We'd like to get a couple of pounds of sweet potatoes per plant, and I think we're getting that for sure. Well, this variety seems to have really dug down. Remember, this now we're into our transplants. So these had soil around them at the beginning. They were already starting their roots in soil when we planted them. Let's see. Oh, this is massive. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I've got to come in behind this one and get it out of the ground. Wow. Wow, you got to loosen up right there at the last piece. Look at that. What a bunch. A literal bunch of sweet potatoes. That is, well, that's magnificent. What a sight. And we leave our sweet potatoes in the ground for as long as we can. As long as those temperatures stay up, we leave them in the ground, and it pays off. That is absolutely beautiful. In our last root-style potato harvest video, I said that I was going to set the record for saying wow, but that's because I hadn't seen these sweet potatoes yet. Look at this. Look at the size on here. These are gigantic. One of the things we had read was that the number of these larger sweet potatoes should increase if you put them in as transplants. You get more of those 3-pounders. Well, what we are seeing here, these are absolutely delightful. Look at that. This plant has the first of the vole damage, and it's only really, well, it appears to be so far, kind of superficial there right at the top. Well, I hope, I mean, oh, these are massive again. Just look at this. Look at it. Look at the size. Oh, it goes down. It's not even just right there. It goes farther in. Look at this. I can't even be disappointed about that. Uncovering this is a dream come true. We didn't get to look at these throughout the season. We couldn't. We had black plastic over top. So you're sitting there just hoping that the process is working. What do you think? Is the process working? I think the process is working. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Take a look at this. These are wrapped around each other, unlike all the other plants we've harvested so far. It's like a nest of sweet potatoes. But again, a little bit of damage here on this one, but a lot of size. Well, in uncovering that one, we also then uncovered the next one. Boy, this is an easy harvest. It's the kind of harvest you love, you know? Okay, we've had our first break here, right on the bottom of this big one. This was attached, kind of an interesting shape. What do you think? An interesting shape here with the center area, but still a really nice set of sweet potatoes here as well. You know, we're going to be harvesting from in ground here very soon. It'll be our first ever sweet potatoes that we've grown in ground, because we typically grow them like this or in containers. So it'll be interesting to see what that harvest feels like in comparison. We're almost the end of October, and this soil still feels nice and warm. There's no coldness to the soil at all, which is pretty awesome, and I think a great side effect of that black plastic. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go in, detach it. There it is. Oh, that's a great sound. The popping sound, that means the roots at the bottom are detached. Look at that. Oh, wow. Just wow. Hey, if you've never grown Hannah sweet potatoes before, maybe this is encouragement to try it out, yeah? Every single one of these has seemed to have at least one really, really nice sized sweet potato. No exceptions. No exceptions to these right here. At least one really nice sized sweet potato. Oh, that one came off. And that's just absolutely beautiful. You know, if we're not getting much damage from the voles in this one, that gives me really good feeling about our even bigger, our double-sized sweet potato bed. And that harvest is coming out very soon. Now, when you transplant and you've got those roots started in soil, it's possible that they're going to twist a little bit, and I think that's what we're seeing here. But we're still getting great size out of this, so I'm not really frustrated by that piece. All right, let's get this one pulled up here. Yeah, take a look at that. Again, it may be a little twisted, a little misshapen here, but the size, here's another one. That's perfect. Let's let the soil just fall away and expose what's underneath. What do you think? I am not confident that I could ever actually get tired of harvesting sweet potatoes. I'm not sure how anyone could. Take a look at this. It's not just digging for treasure. It's not just that. It's the knowing all this food that we have coming out of here. Look at this. Look at this one off to the side here. I didn't even notice this massive one here. We are just loading up for the winter. Here we go. Let's keep it all together. Come on now. Come on out. Come on out. Look at that. Just magnificent. Oh, this one was one sweet potato. You know what? I'm not really worried about it breaking right here. That's just a small little point, and we'll still be able to keep these, I think, for quite some time. Well, I mean, we're going to be eating them too, but look at that. Now, last year's sweet potatoes lasted an entire year. So that's something to keep in mind. You store them well, you're likely to get a pretty good, long-lasting harvest. Minimal vole damage, maximum size during this harvest, and this one is loaded too. It's got some, oh yes, it's got some nice size here. I can see there's at least 3 on this one that are a great size. You dig it right out from underneath. There we go. It's pulling this one. All right, let's loosen this one up a little bit right here. There we go. All right, let's get this right up out of here. Look at that. Perfect right there. Perfect growth. Fantastic, fantastic overall raised bed harvest. We just got over 36 pounds of sweet potatoes in 18 square feet. That's 2 pounds per square foot. This was a fabulous harvest for us, and that encourages us to plant maybe even more densely next year. Well, we hope you enjoyed this harvest, and if you did, don't forget to give us a like, leave us a comment, remember to share and subscribe, and most importantly, remember, when you're with us, you are good to grow.